Prodigal Steve returns to the darkest dungeon. How's it going, everybody? Last week, we headed out to the ruins to finally acquire the Ancestor's Pistol, which means I believe we have all of the ancestral trinkets that can be obtained aside from the ones that can only be obtained from the Shambler. And that is a whole nother thing. Oh no, you're fine. You're not going there. You're gonna go here. This week, we're going to the Cove. We're not gonna go to the boss fight in the Cove, but we are going to the Cove. It's mostly because it's the only level 3 mission available to us. And I miss this party, like, kind of a lot. So I'm going to take the opportunity to level them up while I can. Basically, I had the option to either submit some of these for you, and you for quirk removal, or I could send some of our higher level units for quirk removal. And I opted to send our higher level units partially just because I want to take this team out again. So we're going to run the Ancestor's Portrait and the Quick Draw Charm here on our Jester. We are going to run Ancestor's Pen and the Heaven's Hairpin on our Hellion, Ancestor's Map and the Hag's Ladle actually on our Antiquarian. Since we are going to be in the Cove, Blight is going to be all important, and the Hag's Ladle for the Blight Resist and the Disease Resist seems pretty good, combined with Festering Vapors and then the Blight skill up, which is maybe the most rambling sentence I have ever constructed over the course of this nearly 200 episode Let's Play. Sacred Scroll and Junius Head back here on our Vestal. Did I mention the Ancestors map? We have scouting up, is the moral of the story. Do we actually have any more scouting up than that? Not in the Cove, which is unfortunate, but that's alright. Let's go ahead and provision here, and I'm going to pretty much go all in on provisions. We probably only need 2 keys, but with an antiquarian, I'm going to bring 3. I'm going to bring 4 shovels, because it is, in fact, the Cove. Yeah, you know what? I'll bring even a little bit more food than I would normally bring. I don't think we need any holy water, but you know what? I'll bring a few of them just so I can try them out on new curios. Maybe we'll learn a little bit on this mission. So let's see, we have our supply items. We have torches and food. No, I was right the first time. There we go. We have torches, we have food, we have keys, we have shovels, we have supply items, we have... Just wanted to check those camp skills. We have a camp skill that prevents nighttime ambush should we choose to camp, which we very well may. Finale, solo. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. I do want to redo your skills. I went ahead and unlocked all of the skills on the Antiquarian. That seems better. Although I doubt we're going to be using Dazzling Light. Okay, this should be fine. Let's go. Let's embark here. And maybe get my revenge a little bit on the Cove after it
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares.
ruined my morale last time I was here. Okay, so this is treasure, but we need to spend medicinal herbs. I do want to save some medicinal... Wow, that was absolutely worth it. All right, the bandages can go for that. Should not have checked this yet, but it ended up working out fine. I'll burn that lone torch manually when we get over here. Did I really only bring 16 torches? That seems a little light, but Should be okay. Oh. Oh, this is good. I'm prepared for this.
Decimated.
I am never, ever going to get tired of that. Ah, you actually can't use your heal in this rank, right? Because you get pushed forward to rank 2 when the Jester does Finale. Okay, well, I might have to reconsider your skills. But we do want to get some DOT stacked up here on this wide mouth. Not that it matters, because the Hellion did kill him outright, but that's alright. Alright, so 2/3 of their party have been defeated. Not thrilled about that bleed on our Antiquarian. It's another 4 damage. She's actually squishy enough that I think I will cure that bleed. Maybe should have done a Blight here, but don't think it really would have made a difference because you're probably not going to live past the turn anyway. You know what? Stress heal our Antiquarian. Keep her in decent spirits, if you could be so kind. He did not live past this turn. I don't know why I structured that phrasing like it was an Eva movie. You know, with the not in parentheses, parentheticals, if you will. No scouting, not overly surprised by that. I'm going to... you know what? I'll open it. This is fine.
Wealth beyond measure.
I figured that's probably what we were looking at, is a minor antique and not much else. So, no reason not to give that a shot now. You know, no point in waiting, because we're not going to backtrack for a crate. Alright, you've got to go. Like, although I guess it literally did not matter which one of those 3 we selected. Alright, so that's going to be 5 damage total. Yep. So now we just need 15 from our Hellion, which should be very doable, although I am tempted to try the bleed. 7 to 13, you have 129% chance to bleed 3 for 3. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I was afraid of. A low roll was going to give him exactly 1 HP to survive with. Ended up not mattering because our Antiquarian is surprisingly spry, which I'm appreciative of, but I could have gone worse for us, certainly. Stress heal yourself, I suppose? Yeah, alright. Party has no stress. I love it. Might as well heal the Antiquarian just to keep everybody topped off, or at least very, very close to topped off. And then she immediately takes 8 damage, which is unfortunate, but can't really be helped. We'll take that. We actually don't have any just outright gold, huh? Alright, well, the citrine is the least valuable of all these things, so it is, of course, the one that gets tossed. I do want that shovel as well. I'm glad that I took a second pass at looking at that treasure there. Right, come in here. We do just barely have above 75 torchlight. You've got to go. Actually, you know what? No. He dodged. Excuse me. If you're going to stun anybody, a post-finale Jester is a pretty good target, but still not thrilled about what happened there. Oh, the high roll, though. Okay. We can't leave those thralls alive. They're just too dangerous. Don't stun him again. Okay. I don't think it actually would have mattered, but I'm glad it didn't work out. Let's see. You have a 45% stun chance, or stun resist, but you're all apparently very, very quick, which is vexing to me. Why, though, is my question. Oh my god. Alright, it's gonna take a million years to get through this bulwark. We have to get rid of these jerks as well, though, is the problem. The question is, will my Jester ever be granted an action?
resistance surges as the enemy
Okay,
crumbles.
one of the jellyfish is gone, which means we can start blighting this thing, and taking 3 damage per round is not going to bring about a quick death. Alright. We have to do this. We have to get him back to the front where he can finale the bulwark. It's the only thing that makes sense. Toss out a party heal here. I am deeply, deeply missing having stuns available to me. 9 damage is all we got there. I don't want to kill the other jellyfish because it's going to take so long to get through this bulwark that it'll probably force reinforcements. Alright, do you actually have one more turn of blight? Yes, okay. So you are now deceased, which is lovely for us. Tanky enemies are quickly proving themselves to be the bane of this party.
Obliterated.
Please heal our antiquarian. Thank you.
The slow death.
Hey, now we can actually heal her without
Unforgiving.
requiring her to take any more damage. That's probably not that bad. Let's go ahead and get you back into the correct order, and I think we just toss the rest of this stuff. This is a shovel, but I don't know that I'm really willing to expend a shovel at this point. Ooh, alright. Who has the worst negative quirk? You have one negative quirk that I'm not thrilled about. I would rather get rid of either of these. Predominantly fear of unholy, or claustrophobia, which we can guarantee get rid of. And it's the most expensive to remove. So there we go. Getting a free quirk heal on our antiquarian is a fun, unintended side effect of coming to the cove. Yeah, that's gotta go. This is why you bring medicinal herbs to the cove. Free quirk removal and also terrible, terrible debuffs. Alright, no more debuffs on our party at present, though. Okay. Get rid of one of those. The stress doesn't bother me as much as you might think, although it is bothersome. Oh, thank you. Okay. 80% bleed resist. I'm not in love with that. Don't do this thing. Oh, thank you. Okay. 9 damage. Ah, of course it resists the bleed. That's alright. 9 damage is still great. I am going to try for the bleed here against maybe my better judgment. And then just battle ballad for now. I don't think trying for the solo into a finale is necessarily worth it. We'll wait until that debuff comes off and then see how we feel about it. I really doubt the stun's gonna happen here. It did, though. Okay, we finally got a mathematically unfavorable roll to go in our favor. May have something... Well, no, the stun chance doesn't get affected by accuracy, I don't think. We did finally get the bleed as well. Might as well just toss out a judgment, even though it is only 2 damage. That's still another 2 damage out of 61. And this shouldn't result in reinforcements because it is a size 2 enemy. So we should be alright here. We got another stack of bleed. This is unbelievable. I love it. 3 damage, I'll take it. And that's actually exactly enough to kill him. Okay, wasn't worried for a second. We don't actually need the anti-venom. I do want the rare antique, though. To the point where I will get rid of the jade for it. Because it is worth substantially more, and I would expect to find more of them as we move forward. Let's default party order, and then let's unlock this with our antiquarian, because I'm not going to backtrack to this. We do not need another cudgel weight. We have so many of them already. Which is hilarious, because there was a time not so long ago where we had none. 70% trap disarm, 85, okay. Good job. Let's work our way back here. This was a long hallway. Despite only being 3 rooms, there was just a lot of lengthy battles that we had to deal with. Okay, well, let's burn a torch and fight my worst nightmare. You didn't quite kill him, though, is the thing. A little bit of insurance for the Iron Swan. There we go. Would have gotten the job done either way, but half of them are dead. 2 pelagic widemouths is a lot more manageable than 4. Take this opportunity to get a drink. Well, they are attacking twice in a row at me. I might as well just try the stab there. We don't really need the stress relief. I'd rather have the battle ballad active. We need just a little bit, just a very, very little bit more than the least that you can do.
A devastating blow.
Okay. You really went above and beyond. Above and beyond? Did I say that right initially? I feel like I didn't. Either way, the Hellion is doing exceptional work here today, and I'm very grateful for it. Beyond.
Impressive.
Honestly, as far as a 4 Pelagic Nightmares battle goes, that was pretty not terrible. Yeah, alright. I will ditch the Onyx for the Emerald. I'm not quite to the point where I think tossing supply items is necessarily the right decision yet. We'll get there eventually, I'm sure, but we're not quite there yet. So, let's head back to our opening room. 100% of room battles. You gotta figure there's at least, like, 3 more. Like, 3 of those 6 rooms. Yeah, at least 3, right? Definitely 2. Certainly, without question, 2. We may come back for that chest. We may not. Shovels are just too precious to spend trying for gold. Oh, I hate this. 4 to 7, 17 to 28. Well, do that. And then do this, because we need that blight going. Was really hoping to get an Iron Swan off before that happened, but, you know, stunning the Jester is the least of my concerns at this point. And then if we could get a Judgment for a little bit of damage, that's actually enough to kill it with the blight, which is substantially more than I expected. Okay, appreciate the dodge. Although I do still have anti-venom, thankfully. Although Brine doesn't... Wait, Brine doesn't blight? Why do I assume that it does? Party heal. This thing's gonna die to its blight, so we can take the opportunity to heal everybody while we have it. Hilariously, we did just get more Onyx. We're going to get more gold. I'm not overly concerned about it. Please, default order. Come into this room. Scout our very small hallway, and then also scout the opening door, which I was fairly confident I knew where that was and what that was, but you never know. We've spent functionally 3 torches this mission, which blows my mind a little bit, actually. Okay, I mean, I hate this. But a good Iron Swan here could make all the difference. Little bit of insurance there. So now we actually only need 12 damage from Iron Swan, which should not be unreasonable. I don't think it's that big of an ask. Thank you. You know, sometimes doing exactly what's required is all I need of you.
Slowly, gently.
Alright, you've got to go. As always, the cultist is the least important enemy that we will ever face. Alright, well, there's no reason to not just use a bandage for you. Oh man, his bleed resist is pretty high. Yeah, alright. I think just 10 raw damage is for the best there. Still has 22 HP though, notably. And also much to my chagrin. Wait, are you... Why? Oh, it doesn't matter. Please guard him every turn you have the opportunity to do so. Means nothing at all to me. Despite only having used the Jester for stress healing maybe twice, the party is still free of stress, which is a little confusing, but also very, very nice.
Powerful blow.
Alright, so you're down to 9, which means... down to 3, which means you're dead to your blight. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about the cultist until you expire, so... I guess we... take this turn to heal the Hellion with herself. Please, just... oh, come on. This is the most ridiculous situation I think I've found myself in Darkest Dungeon in a long time. It just happened that everybody's speed worked out in such a way. Did not end up really mattering, though. Alright, we want that. We want
These
this.
nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
We'll definitely come back for this treasure chest. Okay. I would love to get another scout when we get to this room and figure out what is in these last two. That is a lot of obstacles, though. I'm very, very grateful that I've kept all of our shovels so far. This isn't worth stressing out over. Let's just move along here. Back to default order, though, please. Thank you. Go ahead and keep our Antiquarian selected as our main hero, lest we loot something with somebody else. Surprised? Of course not.
The decisive pummeling.
That's okay, though. We can make this work. I should have just did the stab. It's alright. He's down to 15 functionally. She got the bleed. Alright, it wasn't enough to kill him, but it will be enough on his next action. Okay. That actually does nothing, and then we crit healed the two who needed heals, so... really can't complain about how that went. Yeah, just stab him for 5, not really what I was hoping for. I would appreciate it if you would stop trying to kill my Antiquarian, though. They both dodged, huh? Alright, well. A little surprised that you're not dead. By surprised, I mean annoyed. Let's kill you, and then our Antiquarian can kill you. Okay, that was a very strange way to handle that, but it did end up working out.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually a timely message there, Wayne, and I do appreciate it. Let's do that. I'm not going to ditch the rest of the food, but I do want to bring our antiquarian's HP up a little bit. 50 gold is also not worth worrying about too deeply. Want that. We definitely want that. Want that. Interesting, but non-essential, so let's move along here. We know this room is empty. I would love to get some scouting. Did not get some scouting. We know we have to go here, though, so I'll actually leave that for the way back. Disarm this. Some stress relief on our antiquarian for what that is worth. With the jester in the party, very little. All right. Thank you. The surprise makes all the difference in the world. He had a 71% chance, and I was really hoping. 12 damage, plus a bleed, so that brings him down to 5. Okay. That's all I care about in the world. That the madman is dead. The rest of them are annoying, but substantially less so. You'll have your day, but we need to get rid of the wide mouth first. Okay. I like the bleed resist. I hate that.
Terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Antiquarian? No. Not yet, anyway. I would like... Yeah. I'd say I would like her to move before the Vestal. That way the Vestal could ideally get dragged all the way to the back. That's actually great for me. She did resist the bleed, which is lovely. Yeah, it's party heal time, I think. I was hoping for a little bit more than 5, but that's alright. My corpse is not long for this world, so I would like to get rid of you as soon as possible. You're... Oh, you didn't actually get in action. Okay. I'm not thrilled about that, but I think it's the best option. Keep doing that for now, and also keep doing that for now. And now slowly whittle our way through this bulwark. I think the highest level that this party is really tenable is probably level 3. Beyond this, things are going to get substantially more difficult. I don't think we can bring this party with us to a champion dungeon. I would love some crits out of all these buffs. Hey, don't do that. We have bandages, but still, don't do that. Again, I don't care if you guard the cultist. He's always the last one to die, which has got to be a very sad situation for him. No matter who he's adventuring with, he always knows he's going to watch all of his friends expire before inevitably being murdered himself. How bad is that? 2 for 2. You know what? I'll just live with that, honestly. 4 damage. I hate the protection buff. Especially with no real DOT. And by that I mean no real blight on this party. That crit was nice. I'm thankful for that. Okay, you're now dead to your blight, guaranteed. Go ahead and heal our Hellion because she is actually... I don't know, she's only taken 2 for 1. And that holds true. Might as well just stab you for 8 damage. That's actually pretty good. Enough to kill? Exactly enough to kill. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Success so clearly in view.
Yes.
Or is it merely a trick of
We've reached the
light?
point where throwing away supply items for gold is tenable. Is this a battle? It is not. Excellent. We will also be coming back to this room. 500 gold is enough that I'm willing to toss the anti-venom, which is less useful in the cove than bandages are. Oh, right, we just tossed away our holy water. Oh, that's the end of it, huh? Okay, well, yeah, sure.
Now, the
Get back into
darkness
the
holds
appropriate
dominion,
order, and then
black as death.
there they are. Start cracking into this treasure. Well, that wasn't worth it at all. I'm not really willing to go through 2 hallways in pitch darkness. I don't really love the idea of fighting a shambler with this party, so some scouting would be great. I know for maximum value we should backtrack in the dark, but not in love with that idea. Although I guess we could, and then if we do encounter a hallway battle, we could just snuff the torch at that point. Or light a single torch at that point. Rather, like the literal opposite of the thing that I said. Yes, yes. Portraits, I guess? I mean, it doesn't actually matter. Do you know what this is?
The way is lit. The path is clear.
I hate this.
Require only the strength to follow it.
Not what I expected, so very grateful, actually. This may well give us an opportunity to heal a little bit of stress on our Vestal, which is something we should probably endeavor to do over the course of this fight. Although I don't want to stall out too long because they are pelagic wide mouths, and they are not especially forgiving with respect to HP damage, so yeah, that's actually great. The one person who needed stress relief got the crit heal, so gladly take that. Might as well just, yeah, do the stab there. Okay, our Jester never even got a chance. Not that broken up about the situation, though.
But a victory nonetheless.
No, I don't want those. I want that. I figure we might as well go back to this last curio, although I don't remember what it is. And this is a chest, right? No. We opened the unlocked chest. I don't remember what that is. This is a chest, though, and we do have shovels for it.
Finding the stuff is only the first
Not interested. Oh, that's a clam, right? Yeah, we should go back for the clam. There's probably money in there, right? Like, that's where people keep things. You just got a giant clam laying around, you just stuff all your valuables in there. Why wouldn't you? Who needs to buy a safe when you have a giant clam? It's just science. This has been a weird episode. The last couple of episodes have been a little weird, I think, but I've been enjoying myself a lot, so hopefully that's where the commentary is coming from. And hopefully it's coming through in the commentary that I'm just genuinely enjoying this game. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a giant oyster. Yes, people do keep their belongings in giant oysters. Alright, well, we definitely want the gold. I don't care about the portraits. We should camp to try and get some of that stress down on our Vestal. Go ahead and feast.
Furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Please do this. What in the world do you have? Alright, nothing that interesting, unfortunately. 513. Okay, that was lovely. Full health across the board and 0 stress. That literally could not have... We've actually...
At last,
we're returning from this mission
indeed there is such a thing.
with just a ridiculous amount of gold. Hey! Lovely. A ridiculous amount of gold. And... 1 fewer quirk. Actually, no, we broke even on quirks.
No rest, no peace for this wretched soul.
Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Yeah, no, I'm gonna find room for you. A level 6 vessel, we're gonna have to unlock all of her stuff again. Only one of these soldiers can be returned to the living. Not that invested in these 2 level 1s. Very invested in getting Busey back, though. Alright, nothing weird happened while we were away. Well, who's getting cut is the question. Probably Bricks, right? Hang on, can we... First and foremost, let's unequip all trinkets and then sort them. And then close this, and then we'll go over here, and we'll remove all of you from that, and then we'll sort you by class. We have a single leper, which is a little surprising to me. We do have 3 hellions, which is notable. Well, let's be honest, I will make use of all 3, probably. Look, is it the right decision to have 3 hellions? I mean, probably not. But I'm not gonna, try and jump through hoops to rationalize why I'm keeping 3 of them. I'm just gonna do it. We only have 3 Vestals currently. That's probably enough, actually. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about this one. Yeah, this is gonna take some thought. Okay, I don't want. That's interesting, but I don't really want any of that. So I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna sleep on the From Beyond, and that is gonna do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. As always, feedback is welcome in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time.